Hello students, we are studying solid states. In solid states, in the previous lecture, we have studied electrical properties, and depending upon electrical properties, we have classified solids into three types, that is conductors, insulators and semiconductors. So we are done with the electrical properties, and now here comes the last part from this particular chapter, that is magnetic properties. So today our focus will be on the magnetic properties of the solids, and we are going to classify solids depending upon their magnetic properties. So let's try to understand magnetic properties of the solids. Okay. Now, how magnetic properties of the solids can be determined? Which solid shows magnetic property and which doesn't? हे जर आपल्याला डिसाइड करायचं असेल तर सिंपल आपल्याकडे क्रायटेरिया आहे. आपल्याला फक्त आणि फक्त इलेक्ट्रॉनचा स्पिन कन्सिडर करायचं आहे. सो बाय कन्सिडरिंग द स्पिन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन, as we all know, electron spins around their own axis. Is it clear? आपल्याला हे सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे की electrons spins around their own axis, and because of this spin of the electron, they behaves like a magnet. Because of this, the spin of the electrons, those solids behaves like a magnet, and this type of magnetism is called as induced magnetism. That is, they are not permanent magnets, but because of this spin of the electrons spins around their own axis, and because of this, they show some magnetic properties. Solids shows some magnetic properties because of the spins of the electrons. Okay, and this is called as induced magnetism. So it is nothing but the induced magnetism. They are not permanent magnets, but it is induced because of the spin of the electrons. As spinning electrons develops magnetic properties. Okay, spinning electrons also, it develops magnetic properties. Okay, develops permanent magnetic movement, and because of that those solids show some magnetic properties. Okay, so magnetic properties are dependent upon the spin of the electrons. Now, if there is only one electron present in an orbital, that is electron is unpaired, then the substance or the solid will behave as a magnet. But if there are two electrons present in the orbital, that is electrons are paired. If the electrons are paired, then the spin of one electron is cancelled by the spin of another electrons, because you all know electrons spins equal but in opposite direction. जे paired electrons असतात ते spin होणार आहेत obviously. They will spin around their own axis, but in equal magnitude and in opposite directions. So their spins are cancelled. So whenever there are paired electrons, such substances will not show magnetic properties, but if there is an unpaired electron, then that substance will show magnetic properties. Okay, so simple hai. If there is an unpaired electron, then the solid will show magnetic properties. But if electrons are paired, then both the magnetic moments are cancelled. Okay, magnetic moment of one electron cancelled by magnetic moment of the other electrons, because they spins in equal magnitude but in opposite directions, so they will cancel each other. The effect of one electron is cancelled by the effect of other electrons because they are paired. So in case of if electrons are paired, then both the magnetic moments are cancelled. So if the solid contains paired electrons in their orbitals, they will not show magnetic properties. Okay? So depending upon this, magnetic properties, solids are classified into three types. Okay, depending upon the magnetic properties, solids are classified into three types. Which are those three types? First one is diamagnetic solids. Second one is paramagnetic solids. And third one is ferromagnetic solids. So depending upon the magnetic properties, there will be a difference between their magnetic properties in the diamagnetic, in the paramagnetic and ferromagnetic solids. Okay? So depending upon the magnetic properties, we are going to classify solids into three types, that is diamagnetic solids, paramagnetic solids and ferromagnetic solids. So let's try to study these types in detail. Okay? Okay, so let's study three types of the solids depending upon the magnetic properties. First type is diamagnetic solids. Quite easy, simple. Solids which contains paired electrons. That is, if all the electrons are paired, then that particular solid is repelled in the external magnetic field. Such solids are called as diamagnetic solids. So, if all electrons are paired, then magnetic moments are cancelled. Okay, if all electrons are paired, then magnetic moments are cancelled. Such substances are called as diamagnetic substances. Quite easy definition. But if all electrons are paired in a particular solid, then magnetic moments are cancelled. Magnetic moment because of one electron is cancelled by magnetic moment because of another electron. As we all know, spinning electron induces magnetic moment, and magnetic moment due to one electron is cancelled by magnetic moment due to another electron because their spins are equal and opposite. So, such substances are diamagnetic because they do not behave like a magnet. That means they are weakly repelled in an external magnetic field. That means if these solids are put in an external magnetic field, then they are weakly repelled. Because they do not contain any unpaired electron, and that is why they are said to be diamagnetic substances. As we all know, if electron is unpaired, then the electron will develop a permanent dipole magnetic moment. Is it clear? And because of that, they will show some magnetic properties, as we have studied that. Okay. So here all the electrons are paired. As all the electrons are paired, then that substance, that solid, do not show any type of magnetic moment. Okay. That is why they are weakly repelled in an external magnetic field. Examples of these substances are nitrogen, then fluorine, then NaCl, etc. As we can see here, here two nitrogen atoms are present. Okay, so as we all know, there are 5 electrons in the outermost shell of one nitrogen, but there are also 5 electrons in the outermost shell of another nitrogen. That is why all the electrons will be paired. That is why these solids do not show any type of magnetic moment, and thus they are diamagnetic solids. Let's look at here NaCl. As we all know, NaCl is nothing but Na plus and Cl minus. So as we all know, what is the electronic configuration of Na plus? That is 2, N. All electrons are paired. What is the electronic configuration of Cl minus? 2, 8, 8. All electrons are paired. Chlorine's electronic configuration is 287 and sodium's are 281. But one electron is given to the chlorine. So all electrons in the chlorine are paired and all electrons in sodium are paired. That is why this particular solid is diamagnetic solid. Have you got it? Simple. Now, let's go further. That is paramagnetic solids. Solids which contains unpaired electrons are attracted weakly in an external magnetic field. Such solids are called as paramagnetic solids. Solids which contains unpaired electrons are weakly attracted in an external magnetic field. Okay? Such solids are called as paramagnetic solids. Solids which contains unpaired electrons. As we all know, solids which contains unpaired electrons are attracted weakly in an external magnetic field. It is because of the unpaired electrons. As we all know, unpaired electrons spins around its own axis and develops magnetic moment. And because of that, they behave like a magnet whenever external magnetic field is applied. But now, try to understand. They will lose their magnetic property when this external magnetic field is removed. Very important. They will lose their magnetic properties when an external magnetic field is removed. Okay? Whenever an external magnetic field is removed, they will lose their magnetic property. Is it clear? So whenever we apply external magnetic field, they will get their magnetic properties. But whenever external magnetic field is removed, the external magnetic field after removing they will lose their magnetic properties. It is very important about the paramagnetic solids, because paramagnetic solids contains unpaired electrons, and because of unpaired electrons, they have permanent magnetic moment. Okay, so they behave like a magnet whenever they are put in the external magnetic field. They are weakly attracted in the external magnetic field. Here, they are weakly repelled, weakly attracted. Okay, but they will lose their magnetic properties when an external magnetic field is removed. And whenever external magnetic field is applied, they will get their magnetic properties. Is it clear? Now, let's look at some examples. Cu2 plus, Fe3 plus, okay, etc. These are the some examples. Chromium, these are the some examples of the paramagnetic solids. That is copper in plus 2 oxidation state. Try to understand. Cu2 plus means what? Copper in plus 2 oxidation state. As we all know, what is the atomic number of copper? What is the atomic number of copper? 29. Okay. Whenever it is in the plus 2 oxidation state, there are 27 electrons present. How many electrons are there? 27 electrons are there. And we all know it is a d block element, that is transition elements. And we all know about the transition elements that they contains unpaired electrons. They contains unpaired electrons. solids. Okay, unpaired electrons are present in the case of Cu2 plus. If you write the electronic configuration of this particular atom or ion, that is Cu2 plus, then you will notice that it will contain unpaired electrons. Ap3 plus also contain unpaired electrons, and because of they are called as paramagnetic solids. Okay, this is the second type. Now let's go further to the third type, that is ferromagnetic solids. These are the solids which contains high number of unpaired electrons. Solids which contains high number of unpaired electrons, and they are strongly attracted. They are strongly attracted in an external magnetic field. Okay, such solids are called as ferromagnetic solids. Solids which contains a high number of unpaired electrons, and they are strongly attracted. Whenever they are put in an external magnetic field, they will be strongly attracted. Okay, but now there is one difference between these two. These contain small number of unpaired electrons. They contain high number of unpaired electrons. And second point of difference, they will lose their magnetic properties when an external magnetic field is removed. But here, very important, they will not lose their magnetic properties if external magnetic field is removed. Okay, very important. If the external magnetic field is removed, still they will not lose their magnetic properties. That is why they are ferromagnetic solids. They are like a permanent magnets. Is it clear? They will not lose their magnetic properties if external magnetic field is removed. जरी external magnetic field remove झाली तरी ते त्यांच्या magnetic properties lose करणार नाही. याचा examples आहे ferrous, cobalt, nickel, etc. All these are the transition elements, that is d block elements, which contains high number of unpaired electrons. Write the electronic configuration of these three elements, that is ferrous, cobalt, nickel. You will notice that they contains high number of unpaired electrons. That is why they are the ferromagnetic solids. Okay, so depending upon the magnetic properties, we have classified solids into three types, that is diamagnetic solids, paramagnetic solids, and ferromagnetic solids. So in this way, we have finished magnetic properties of the solids, and thus our chapter also finished, that is solid states. Okay, I hope you all have understood all the topics or all the points in this particular chapter. In the next lecture, we are going to start with the new topic. Okay, thank you.